Hello, how are we all today? I decided to do a very quick little video because I have half an hour to make these things that I need for the next couple of days, and I thought I talk about this all the time, so I might as well show you how I do it. It's a very chuck-in, 3 different types of recipes, and they're my go-tos for different things. So the first one I'm going to make is I'm going to make egg cakes. Now, these are brilliant for grab and go breakfasts or for lunches or any of that kind of thing. And all you need is a cake pan, okay? So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to chuck it all in as I would normally do. There's no makeup, I haven't even bothered to my hair, I just stuck the video on. So I'm literally going to whack, how many have I got? I think I've got 7 eggs here. Whack them all in a bowl. Okay. Now you can make loads of different flavours. You can put tuna, you can put chicken, you can do whatever you want. I'm going to be making chicken with pepper. Red pepper. I've got pepper in my hand. Okay, that's pepper. A little bit of salt. So everything is just chucked in. Ooh. Chuck it in. And I'm actually going to put a bit of mustard in this. I know it sounds a bit weird, mustard and eggs. I love mustard. I've got a little dog down here. You can smell the chicken. I'll show you. Look. There she is. She's going, oh, there's chicken. Anyway, she loves eggs as well. So I'm going to put a bit of mustard in because I like flavour. You don't have to though. And I'm literally going to give that a whiz. Okay, so just whipping it up. Doesn't take long. You can use a whizzer if you want. And then it literally, in my cake pan, I've already cut up some red pepper and some spring onion and some chicken. I didn't think you needed to watch that. It's not rocket science. Stick a few bits in each. And I'd love to be able to have those videos that, you know, they go, wait, you don't need to watch me doing all this. I'm not that technically minded. At some point I might learn, but not right now. That's 1 red pepper. Probably a wee bit much, but just eat the rest. Good for you. I'm not good on measuring, which I know really irritates some people, but that's just me. Okay, a little bit of spring onion in each one. That was 2 spring onions, and I think that's probably going to be good. Yeah, I know you're down there, I can see you. You're not having any chicken, well I might give you a little bit. Okay, so spring onion goes into all the bits, and then just some bits of chicken. And obviously if you're vegetarian, you don't have to put chicken in. Just leave it with vegetables. You could put a bit of cheese, you could put a feta cheese or a cheddar, whatever you want. Literally these, you can just stick anything in. So think of it like a little mini quiche with no pastry, so it's all good. You can freeze them, you can just have them in your fridge, you can have them for lunch, you can grab them to go on your way to work or school or whatever, doesn't matter. Right, so that's that. I'm going to stick the eggs in a jug, and I'm literally pouring over. I poured too much into that one. That out the way. They do rise and they do kind of come up sort of fluffy like. Oh, sorry. Fluffy like that didn't work. Yeah, stop. You're not getting any. Okay, so I put a little bit too much in the first one. Let's not worry about it, shall we? Actually, go 8 eggs. You're going to need 8 eggs. So for a tray, that's a normal tray of 12. We want 8 eggs, okay? This is where people who measure do it better. Okay, so let me just scratch that along. Last one in there. And that's it. That's all you do. Okay, job done. They go in the oven at about 180, and it's normally about 15 to 20 minutes, depending on your oven. You might just need to check. Right, let me shove these in and then I'll do the next one. La, la, la. Put the timer on. So if they're ready before I have finished, then I will show you. If not, I'll take a picture and you can see in no time. Right, so that's the egg cakes. Second one I want to do, get that out of the way. See, I'm trying to be tidy for you, not really messy. Second one I want to do is chocolate protein yogurt. Now, I started to make this to try and get some more protein into my daughter who's vegetarian and doesn't like a lot of proteiny things, doesn't like a lot of eggs. So it's literally, again, another super easy one, Greek yogurt. Greek yogurt works really well in the body and is better than all the other stuff. Plain Greek yogurt, I really can't speak today, can I? Full fat Greek yogurt, because that will fill you up more. If you eat the low fat one, it's full of sugar and it's full of, you know, sweeteners and stuff, and it doesn't actually fill you up as much. Having the full fat yogurt is what our body needs, and we can have less of it. We don't need to have as much. Okay, so I am going to literally whiz in here. That's a cup. I normally chuck in. It really doesn't make too much of a difference. I'm trying to do it properly because I'm doing this video. So I'm going to put, let's say, 2 cups in there. So 2 cups of Greek yogurt. Then the protein part of it, I have this vegan chocolate protein powder. Now, I'm not normally a big protein powder person, but as I say, I started to make this to try and get my daughter to eat more protein, and this I can hide in there. There's not actually that much left, in fact it's pretty much empty. So I'm just going to waft it in, probably about 1 of those spoonfuls that you get with these. This is just a Holland & Barrett one, it's a vegan one. Although they're quite expensive, they do last for a while, and you can get special deals and things. Okay, also in there, we're going to put in, now this, although it's my jar, whoops, is raw cacao powder. It's not cocoa powder, it's raw stuff, okay? It is still powder, it looks like cocoa powder, and you just get it in, you can now get it in some of the supermarkets, or again Holland & Barrett, or you can order it online. But raw cacao powder has got all the good stuff, without all the yucky stuff, and it's really chocolatey. So I think I'm going to go with 3 of these. Okay, 3 of those, and then we need a sweetener. So I'm going to put in 2 tablespoons of maple syrup. Look at that, everything in my house is running out. Time for the shops. Okay, so put in that. And again, we're just, I can't use that whizzer, I'll use a fork. We just mix it up. Be slightly mindful so it doesn't go whacking all over the place, but that's normally what I do. Normally my hubby comes in and there's just like stuff everywhere. And he says, do you really have to use every pot, every cooking implement in the house? Well, yeah, probably. Anyway, right. So we just whiz this up. And this is one, it is a bit to taste, okay? So you need to give it a bit of a taste. This looks at the moment like it's going to need more cocoa powder. It's a bit pale, which means it's not chocolatey enough. So I'm going to stick another cacao powder in there, and let's see how that works. We might need 1 more. Let's have a go and see. As you go, just taste. You know, more cacao powder, more, a little bit more maple syrup, whatever works for you. What I have with this, I like to have a blob of this with my raw oats and some raspberries and blueberries and strawberries and that kind of thing, and some seeds on top. I love that in the morning. Right, I'm going to taste it. Still not looking chocolatey enough. So look. No, not quite. Nearly there. So, don't be scared of cacao powder. Okay, you can always sweeten up with something like maple syrup. And although maple syrup is still a sweetener, it's a better sweetener than sugar and normal syrup. Okay, oh, this is looking better. What my daughter does with this is she literally just has it with strawberries, and it's like a pudding. She loves it, and it's a good one to get into her. Okay, right, now you taste. Yeah, actually, do you know what? I'll put 1 more in. Just because it's nearly the weekend, that will definitely be enough. I think I put in more Greek yogurt than I normally do. That's why. Anyway, it doesn't matter, so let me start to splatter it. Okay, so what I like to do, you can either just store this, sometimes either back in the yogurt pot, back in the fridge. That's what I do sometimes. Or, if you've got any wee bowls or jars or anything. Makes it into a nice individual. I've got these ones. So these just wee tiny, look, they're so cute. I think they're IKEA. I can't remember. Maybe the range. Anyway, doesn't matter. Dog is still down here. She still thinks she's going to get something. So literally, whack some of that in there. And then your kids or you or your hubby or your parents or whoever it is has got their own little, I'm making a right mess of this now. They've got their own little pudding pot. And you can shove some berries and you can shove some strawberry. Oh, really nice. And that just goes, not the most hygienic, huh? That just goes in the fridge. I've got another big one of those somewhere. Where is it? Do you ever find that your hubbies put things in weird places? I do. Anyway, I've got a bigger one of those, so what I'm going to do after this is I'm going to put the rest of that in my bigger one, and it just all goes in the fridge. Okay, these ones go in the fridge. I take that back. I've just found it was in the fridge and it's got my leftover green juice in it, so it wasn't hubby. Apologies. Right, so that was the Chalky Protein yogurt. We can get this stuff to the side. By the way, just vegetarians look away now. With the chicken, what I did was the other day I roasted a chicken. Okay, now we ate roast chicken. We then had, with some of the bits, we had wraps with it yesterday, and then today that's where I got the last little bits of chicken for the egg cupcakes. And this is now going to go in a big pan of water with onion, carrots, celery, and I'm going to put that on. I'm going to bring it up to the boil, and then I'm going to turn it down and let it simmer for about 3 hours, and that becomes a really fabulous bone broth. That's another video I'll do another time. Bone broth is just brilliant. I won't bore you with it today. So that does not need to go in the bin. It's going to be kept. Right, I've got chocolate everywhere now. I should think these things out a little bit, but anyway, fly by the seat of your pants. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, the 5-second rule. Let's just do it. Right, last little recipe I want to show you. This has been the recipe that I have shared the most with the most people. Okay, I need a bowl. Where's the bowl? Oh, here. I'll take one out. If, like me, you love bread, but bread doesn't love you, this is for you. This is a way to make bread without wheat, without yeast, without any of that stuff. It doesn't rise, because obviously there's no yeast in it, and it comes out quite stodgy. It comes out kind of like soda bread, Irish soda bread. But it is so nice and it is so easy, and I'm going to show you what you do. So you need porridge oats, normal raw porridge oats, another tub of Greek yogurt. What's left in that one? No, I'll use this one. So it's just Greek yogurt again. Now here's the tricky bit: tip it in the bowl. Okay, that goes in the bowl. Get a spoon. Here's the dog's barking. That goes in the bowl. Now, to measure the oats, I love Greek yogurt, we fill it up twice. Okay, so fill up the same pot, the same yogurt pot, twice. Okay, we fill that up twice. We put in a teaspoon of bicarbonate of soda. Okay, that just goes in. And if you want, in my little drawers here, I'm not going to cut it into anything now because there's stuff everywhere. I've got seeds, so I buy, I'm a bit lazy, I buy packets of seeds, right, already mixed. So I buy my seeds. There's sunflower seeds, there's pumpkin seeds, there's chia seeds, there's flax seeds. Chuck it in, okay? Maybe like half a cup or something like that. And then you literally just mix it up. Okay, so mix it up. Okay, so just mix it all together. And that is it. There really isn't anything else that goes in it. And it's bizarre. You're never going to think it works, but it does. It really does. And that goes in the oven. Once your egg cakes are finished, there's still 10 minutes to go on that, so you might not get to see them. Stick it in. Look at the mess I've made. Stick that in here. So just in a loaf pan. Remember, it's not going to rise. Okay, so this is one of the, what do you call these? Silicone. I love these. You don't have to faff around with paper or any of that nonsense. Stick that in there. And then what I quite like to do, just in my magic cupboard, is to just increase the protein content a little bit. I've got my chia seeds and I just sprinkle them on top. I have shared this recipe with so many people and it's brilliant. People add different flavours, they do loads of different stuff with it. And that is your bread that has no wheat, no gluten. You can get gluten-free oats if you want. And it goes into the oven. Actually, I can put it in with my egg cakes. Let's see. Nah, I'm going to wait actually. So that comes out, so it doesn't rise, it just sits like that, but it comes out nice and stodgy. Now you can slice that up, so what I do is I let it cool for a little bit, turn it out, let it cool a bit, slice it up, and then I put it into greaseproof paper, so maybe 2 or 4 slices per bit of greaseproof paper. I wrap it up like a little present and I stick it in my freezer. If I've got that out, then I'll probably just eat the lot. Especially if I've got yummy meal butter, but no. So I control that by putting it in the freezer. So if you've got some lovely homemade soup, or even some people staying the night and come for breakfast, that's a really nice, super easy. I mean, look how quick that is. It's literally done. So that goes in the oven, but 180, and it's about 30 to 40 minutes. Again, depends on your oven, just see how you go. But it's really nice and it's really good for you, and maybe even kids or family will eat it, who knows. It is stodgy, it's not, you know, your sandwich bread, but it is so nice. So, I have managed to wreck my kitchen in, what time does it say? 17 minutes and 36 seconds. The egg cups are still going, so I will send a picture of those once they're done, and a picture of the bread when it's done. You've seen the chalky protein yogurt, and they're just so simple, aren't they? They're my 3 go-tos for, well, let's face it, breakfast, or the chocolate yogurt. You can find it's even a little treat. It's just that little chalky taste that sometimes you need. And there's your bread, which can be frozen. Job done. Okay, so have a go with those. You know, if you want to write down actual measurements like sensible people do, that's fine. Or just chuck it all together in your kitchen like I have here. Okay, so have a wonderful rest of the day, and I will see you again soon. Bye.